thank you for your infinite love, guidance, and protection, Spirit. Please use me as a conduit of light to deliver this message to whoever needs to hear it. Trust the path ahead. Trust in the unfolding of your life. Every step is part of your journey to becoming who you're meant to be. Oh, I didn't see this one. It was already flipped. Okay. Turn the page, embrace new chapters with curiosity. Openness paves the path to wisdom. And carried away, let yourself be caught up in the whirlwind of a romantic moment. Interesting. So maybe you're in a space in your romantic relationships where it's kind of been pretty dull for a while. Maybe you've been single for a while. Maybe you haven't even talked to anyone for a while. Once you get to a certain point on your journey, you really have to get into this space of surrender, because you're going to be in solitude until you're evolved into this person who's ready to attract somebody that's going to be healthy. I think for most of us, we have experienced a lot of trauma in our lives, which have attracted negative relationships into our life, negative emotional experiences into our life, maybe even with friends, etc. And it's really hard after you go through this time of solitude to be able to open your heart to something new, because a lot of things aren't on the same vibrational level that you're at now. But what Spirit is asking is for you to be open. Be a little more open-minded, because maybe what is of the highest good for you isn't something that you're familiar with, because you familiarize yourself with chaos or trauma or being treated in a certain way. If you never had, there's a saying, and I can't remember it verbatim, but it's like, if you've never been served from a silver spoon, you'll lick love from a knife. Or if you've never been spoon-fed love in the way that you deserve in a healthy way, then you will lick it off a knife. And that's what happens when we're kids and we're in a situation where our parents are emotionally unavailable, physically unavailable to meet our needs as children. We'll grow up and we'll start accepting love that looks like the chaos we experience or looks like the neglect we experience. We'll think that's what love is because that's what's familiar to us. And then when the healthy version comes in, we don't necessarily give it a chance because it's unfamiliar. It feels unsafe because the chaos felt safe. The chaos was normalized as safety. So what Spirit's asking is for you to stay open and curious, and maybe this newer version of you is attracting a partner, a significant other, a friend, whatever is coming into your life right now. To me, it looks like romance because Spirit's saying, let yourself be caught up in a romantic moment, which to me means that maybe you weren't being open before. Maybe you're being a little closed off based off your prior experiences, based off being hurt before. Why were we closed off, Spirit? What was it? What was it? Maybe you opened yourself up and got close to people and got betrayed by friends and in relationships and with your family. And it's just been this reoccurring pattern. Actually, I know what I want to choose from. What had us closed off, Spirit? What was it? Because you were a people pleaser. You were putting on a facade in order to be what others wanted you to be. And so whenever you would do that, because you weren't the most authentic version of you, you weren't attracting the highest version, or the highest vibrational partners in your life. There was a lot of jealousy of, not necessarily on your part, but of this other person on you. Maybe you were trying to come into your most authentic version, but you kept pleasing people. You kept being a people pleaser and being who you thought other people wanted you to be. And this is a pattern from your childhood, where you be what others want you to be because of XYZ, whatever you went through, whatever that person had went through. If you're an empath, you could have continuously attracted narcissists. Maybe like You could have got a double whammy where both your parents are different types of narcissists. And it's really hard because you become this hypervigilant individual who cannot help but people please and put on this front because you had to in order to maintain the peace in your household, or you had to in order to maintain peace with that parent. Right? So you become this hyper-vigilant, people-pleasing person that's going to wear a mask in order to, or perform in order to feel accepted, or order to keep the peace. It's hyper-vigilance that has been in you over time, but deep down underneath, that authentic version comes out. And those people in your life who make you feel like you need to be hyper-vigilant get jealous. And then it makes you become more hyper-vigilant. But what Spirit wants to say is that be open to new types of people in your life. I think that we've been very closed off to something that doesn't look familiar, not realizing that all those familiar things that feel safe to the ego are actually things that are holding us back and not allowing us to open to new, higher versions of ourselves that attract in healthy love. If you do allow yourself to get carried away and not allow old stale connections to hold you back, there will be happiness coming in. There will be pleasure with people, and you will become more close to people, specifically and hopefully romantic partners. You will open yourself up to go out on dates and feel romance in your life. Let's see. I don't know why I want to pull from this deck, but I'm gonna see where it ties in here. Concern. I feel like there's a lot of hesitancy moving forward in a direction that is unfamiliar. I've been seeing this in the collective anyways. The fear of change, the fear of doing something different. Oh, this could be why. There's something in here involved with either court or some type of commitment maybe that you had with someone in the past that you were people pleasing because you were afraid of some type of court commitment or some type of commitment that you had with them that has to get unraveled. That's interesting. I don't know why. I just need more from this deck. And honestly, I barely ever use this deck, but for some reason today, Spirit's like, no, keep going, keep going. Take these two. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. You were with somebody, you were in love with somebody who stole from you energetically, who stole from you emotionally, who would come in and out, maybe love bomb and act like and show up as this version of themselves who they knew you wanted to be. Maybe they're the ones wearing the mask in order to keep you around, just to turn around and do the same old thing again. They were a thief of your energy. They were draining you, making you depressed, making it hard to move forward. And this is what you have normalized in your life. This energy that's making it difficult for you to move forward past this person. Not only were they draining you emotionally, you were connected into physical commitments. Maybe you own a house together, you have a child together, you were married, or you still are married and you need to get divorced, but you still haven't because of all these concerns that you have in the physical realm. And because of this, your energy is being drained by this situation. Your energy is being drained by this situation. Spirit is not letting me end this reading. I've been trying to do like 5-10 minute readings, but there's more that needs to come out here. You are stuck by somebody in your life has like a chokehold on you. And maybe even you weren't necessarily lovers. Maybe you weren't married. Maybe this is a parent. Maybe this is somebody you had a business contract with. Give me more, Spirit, please. Emotional dependency. No, this was a relationship. Whether it's your parent or whether this was a romantic relationship, it says untangle emotional dependency. When love feels like survival, it's not love, it's fear. You're safe without the attachment. So there is a codependent attachment here with either a parent or a love partner or a spouse or somebody who was in some type of commitment, had a child together, something along those lines. And this person is so concerned, or you're so concerned, that this person is going to somehow hurt you if you were to move on in some way. And you feel stuck because of these commitments and these obligations, or maybe it's even this cultural obligation because it's family. In one way or another, you're being robbed. You're being robbed of your energy. You're being robbed of your own freedom. And the only thing holding you back is your own fear. You have to really come out and unlock your throat chakra and use that energy to defend yourself, to stand up for yourself. Spirit, one more card moving forward, please. I don't like this. I don't like that. I don't like the whole feelings emotionally manipulated to the point where you can't move on and be free and be happy because someone in your life has forced codependence onto you through manipulating your finances, your emotions, your image, which is something that actually you sit with yourself and you start not giving a shit what people think. And that's how you break that codependency, because you're like, wait a minute, this is my life. This isn't that person's life. This isn't that person's life. I am a sovereign being. I can take control over what's going on here. And I say no. And maybe they'll say, good, then I'm taking you for everything you got. And you know what you can say? Go ahead and try. Go ahead and try, because you know who's on your side? The universe. Because when you wake up every morning and walk in integrity, and then the darkness tries to come and suck away your energy, just stand in that light, knowing that I am not that old person who can be emotionally manipulated and controlled. I'm going to make decisions for myself today. I'm going to ignite this change. It says, burn away the old and forge a new path to face the world with purpose and determination. And if that's not the most beautiful card to close this reading, what this is telling me is we need to dig deep and detach from this emotional dependency, codependent relationship that's holding you back from new love. It's holding you back from new love. I feel like you've been alone for a long time, but there's still this, even if you aren't directly communicating with whoever this person is every day that's holding you back, there is some type of cord that has not allowed you to emotionally move on romantically because you're afraid that this baggage isn't going to go away. The darkness is going to follow you. But that's when you get very stern. Like, absolutely not. I don't think so. That's not happening over here, right? Instead of being afraid to even answer the phone. No, answer the phone. Answer the phone and stand strong in your light. Let them know that you're igniting this change and you're moving forward in the direction that is most healthiest for you. Make a stand for yourself. Whew. I'm going to close it off with one more T card. I thought that other card was going to be the last one, but for some reason, Spirit just keeps having me go and go and go in this reading. It says ink pot, problems to be resolved. And that's just it. What Spirit's saying is that there is action and sovereignty and a certain energy that needs to be put forward right now in order to resolve this problem. But you are protected. We got 2 dogs here. You are very protected. Very protected. But in the same breath, the universe can't do the work for you. And look here. 3 T cards came out and it said, someone new is entering your life. But they can't enter unless you let go of all that negative energy. See this red string here? These little bonds that keep us attached to each other or to low vibrational situations that keep us in a timeline that we don't actually want to be on. Spirit says, let yourself get carried away. This new person is on the way, but you got to put your energy and focus in that direction. It's coming, guys. It's coming. I love you so much. I'll see you on the next one.